Hello, everybody. Give me a wave. Very good. Well, it's a cold and wet morning here in Tsukuba, Japan. Our longtime Treeleaf member, Soka, and his companion, Joy, are somewhere running here. I think they should be just in the next prefecture and about to cross over into Ibaraki, and they will be joining us tomorrow to stay a couple of days here in Tsukuba. If you don't know about Soka, he is running from the northern tip of Hokkaido to the southern tip of Kyushu. And he's been going about 50, 60 kilometers per day. Now, he's not a high-pace runner. He's been going, it takes him about 6 or 7 hours a day he's running. And Joy is on the bike with him. But anyway, he's going to be here tomorrow. We're going to have a little special mini Zazenkai in there sometime. Probably I'll have to record it. I can't set the time because schedule is very flexible. But he really knows about going with no place to go. Just right here, this step and this step and this step. And that's going to be the theme while he's here. In the meantime, all of you, it is lovely to have you here. And I hope you, the fall weather is suiting you where you are. Our theme today is no complaints about Zazen, and I'll explain that. If you got a complaint, I don't want to hear it. No, just kidding. We'll talk about what that means later. In the meantime, if you've been here before, you know what to do, and if it's your first time, just follow along. Koriki, are you our Ino today?
Yes, sir.
Very good. We're in good hands. All right.
The heart of the perfection of great wisdom, Sutra. Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, awaken one of compassion in Prajna Paramita, the deep practice of perfect wisdom. Perceive the emptiness of all five conditions and what Putra. Form is no other than emptiness. Emptiness no other than form. Form is precisely emptiness. Emptiness precisely form. Sensations, perceptions, formations, and consciousness are also like this. O Shariputra, all things are expressions of emptiness, not born, not destroyed, not stained, not pure, neither waxing nor waning. Thus emptiness is not form, not sensation, nor perception, not formation, nor consciousness, no eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, no sight, sound, smell, taste, touch, nor object of mind, no realm of sight, no realm of consciousness, no ignorance, no end to ignorance, no old age and death, no cessation of old age and death, no suffering, nor cause or end to suffering, no path, no wisdom, and no gain, no gain. Thus bodhisattvas live this prajnaparamita with no hindrance of mind, no hindrance, therefore no fear, far beyond all delusion. Nirvana is already here. All past, present, and future Buddhas live this prajnaparamita and realize supreme and complete enlightenment. Therefore know that prajnaparamita is the sacred mantra, the luminous mantra, the supreme mantra, the incomparable mantra, by which all suffering is clear. This is no other than truth. Therefore set forth the prajnaparamita mantra. Set forth this mantra and proclaim Gate, Gate, Paragate, Parasamgate, Bodhiswaka, Hanya Shinyo. Buddha nature pervades the whole universe, reality existing right here now. In reciting the Heart of the Perfection of Great Wisdom Sutra, we dedicate our sincere efforts to Shakyamuni Buddha, Honored One, the historical Buddha and teacher, and to those ancestral teachers, Eihei Dogen, Honored One, Soji Keizan, Honored One, all successive Honored Ones up until Zuigaku Rempo, Honored One, and Gudo Wafu, Honored One, and to all other Honored Ones throughout history, same yet diverse Honored Ones whose names have been forgotten or left unsaid. We also dedicate these efforts to the three treasures, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, to all awakened ones and teachers in all places and times. We especially seek tranquility and well-being for all creatures now suffering or ill in health. May they be serene through all their ills. May their lives be at peace and wisdom pervade the darkness of ignorance. We dedicate our hopes and aspirations to all victims of war and violence and natural events, to the injured and to all families touched by these tragedies, to the healing of hatred in all countries and among all peoples, to the wisdom and compassion of our world leaders, to the peace of the world and harmony of all beings. Thus let the harmful effects of words, thoughts, and actions be dispelled, and compassion bloom in perpetual spring. May we all realize and live the enlightened way together. All Buddhas throughout space and time, all bodhisattvas, mahasattvas, maha, prajna, paramita,
Zazen? KINHIN. We will have Zazen and a little talk. Can you hear? If you can hear, wag your finger at me in a complaining gesture. Yes, that's it. Bunch of Zen Karens we have around. Almost every day I get folks who come and write me because they are having various difficulties or frustrations, disappointments, or obstacles to their Zazen. And in 100% of the cases, that's because they want something to be why. We're gonna do a little Zen algebra here. Why, letter Y, but the world or the situation, circumstances are X. And the gap between Y and X is, in Buddhist terms, dukkha, the source of our frustration, disappointment, longing, the gap between what we wish or desire and what is. And that is the source of every complaint, not only about Zazen, but about life. So this talk was going to be called How to End All Complaints About Zazen, but it could be really how to end all complaints about the world. You see, when we sit Zazen, we sit in the profound, sacred wholeness of just sitting as what is Y, not W-H-Y, letter Y. Oh, wait a second. I'm getting confused now. Was Y what we want and X is how it is? Then we sit as X. We sit as things are. You get my point. Now, don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean that there are not things we can't do, even should do, to make things better. So I offer advice to the people who write me. They say, my posture feels uncomfortable, my legs hurt. I say, try this, try that, try a different posture, find your own body something that maybe doesn't hurt. They say, my mind is very distracted with thoughts, and I try to get them to disentangle from thoughts. I say, well, focus on the breath. If you're even having a bad day, you might try a mantra for a while. If people say, I have a flat tire on the car, I say, well, change the tire. If people say, I have a toothache, I say, go to the dentist. There are things we need to do to make things better. If we truly lived in the radical acceptance of what is, we'd never get out of bed in the morning. We wouldn't feed ourselves. We'd be like rocks that just sit there, and we're human beings. So what could I possibly mean by just accept and allow things just as they are? If things are Y, just let them be Y. I think I got that backwards again, but you get my point. Just let things be as they are. This is our practice. People misunderstand that though, and they think that that means just being passive and just letting life roll over us. No. That means accepting, radically embracing every step of what is. It's something like, if you have the toothache, accept the toothache, the terrible pain, but go to the dentist. Then accept being at the dentist. Then accept that you don't like the toothache and you want to go to the dentist. Accept your flat tire. Accept your flat tire changing. Accept your tire that's not flat. It's not a one way to be passivity. It's accepting every step by step. Soka, who's running here, we've discussed this, and he keeps going forward, 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 from the top of Japan to the bottom. But every step is just here, and just here, and just here. And there's a way to accept each step, even when he trips and falls in the mud. Or right now his bicycle's got a broken chain, like that. Accept the broken chain. Accept calling the bicycle store and getting a new chain. Accept it all. If you've had an accident, accept that you're now in traction in the hospital. Accept that you're now doing your physical therapy to get out of traction. Accept that you'll never quite walk without a limp again. Accept it all, as it is. That's our practice, you see. You see, Dogen was a big complainer. If you read his Shobogenzo, you'll see that he always had opinions and complaints about something. And guess what? The Buddha too. The Buddha was a man of many strong opinions. He had his way of expressing them. He wasn't very aggressive about them. He wasn't going to get in a fight about them. But all his sutras are his expressing his views, his judgments. To live life as human beings, we need to have opinions, judgments, things we like, things we don't like. We need to choose what's good and avoid the poisons. We get disappointed sometimes. Well, when you're disappointed or sad, fully accept that right now you're feeling disappointed and sad because you're a human being. You see, there's a difference between being totally accepting and there's a difference between being totally disappointed or sad and what I'm recommending, accepting radically that sometimes we're disappointed, accepting radically that right now I'm sad. Like that. That's a very different thing from either extreme. You see, in Buddhism, Zen, we come to know life two ways at once. It's not an incongruity. It's like knowing life two ways at once. I like to say like two sides of a no-sided coin. Both can be true. Seeing the world out of one eye, one way, with our sadness, disappointments, the things we like, the things that we fear, the things that we really get frustrated by. And the other way, no frustration, nothing to change, nothing lacks. And when you open both eyes together, what do you see? You see the world these two ways that are just one, like that. It won't solve all the world's problems. There'll still be war, there'll still be hunger, there'll still be poverty, there'll still be disease. Accept it. Accept it all. Change nothing. Even change nothing about the fact that we work for change. Except that you're now feeding the hungry. Except that you're now working for a world with less poverty. Except that you're now trying to end the war. Accept that too. Then hopefully, someday if we get to a world without war, without poverty, without disease, accept that. There will always be something, some problem. Accept that. I know I had something else more I wanted to say and it slipped my mind. I have to accept that right now. I'm getting old. But whatever it is, I remember, sorry. We usually say that our practice is about going with the flow, right? And that sounds like you're on a river in a boat, and where the river carries you, that's where you go. But of course, we try to steer the boat in good directions, and if it doesn't work out, and nonetheless we end up, how to say, capsized or crashing into the rocks, well, we're still going with the flow. Try to avoid the rocks, accept that. If you hit the rocks, accept that. But try not to hit the rocks, accept that too. But our practice is even more radical, and this is where I'm going to leave you. We're not trying to go with the flow of the river. If we do this truly, truly, in a profound way, sitting here Zazen with nothing more to attain, nothing lacking, nothing more to do, we realize, I guess some of you have guessed it already, we are the river. We are the flowing. Like that. And in that case, you don't even need the word river. That's how much it's just this flowing. For example, we have X, we have Y, but you only have Y because you have X. In our sitting so profound, letting Y just be Y, I think that's what it was, they both disappear. And there's just what is. There's not you flowing with the river. There's truly just this great flowing that is so much just what it is. We don't even need a word for it. That's where you came from. That's what you were born from. That's what you're now alive from. That's now what you think you return to, but you are just this flowing river all along. Coming from nowhere, going nowhere, like that. Anyway, I don't want to get into the cosmic woo-woo here. It's enough to say, right now we sit. This is sitting for sitting's sake, sitting as the Alpha and Omega, sitting as X which is Y and Y which is X, sitting with nothing to change. Let's sit that way now. Finally, some of you have sat through my overly long talks, and I've been talking about this thing for 20 years now. So some of you here maybe have heard this same thing 1,000 times from me. And I try to put it in a new way each time, but it's basically the same. Same thing, same Jundo, same talk. If any of you have a complaint about that fact, please write me after. Let's sit. We will now recite the verse of atonement and the 4 vows.
All harmful acts, words, and thoughts ever committed by me since of old, on account of beginningless greed, anger, and ignorance, born of my body, mouth, and mind, now I atone for them all. To save all sentient beings, though beings numberless, to transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible, to perceive reality, though reality is boundless, to attain the enlightened way, a way non-attainable, to save all sentient beings, though beings numberless, to transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible, to perceive reality, though reality is boundless, to attain the enlightened way, a way not attainable, to save all sentient beings, though beings numberless, to transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible, to perceive reality, though reality is boundless, to attain the enlightened way, a way non-attainable.
Well, lovely, lovely. I have no complaints about your chanting, Koriki. That's very good. Let me see, I gotta close some things here. If anyone has any complaints about the Zazenkai and would like to see the manager, I'm the manager. Okay. We're gonna have tea, if anyone wants to stick around. And our theme today is going to be complaining about stuff. So other folks, if you go off, please go off into the world and accept, even as you change. Okay? I'll see you guys later. We'll be around for the runner Soka tomorrow sometime if you want to join. See you guys. Hey, James, good to see you.
Hello, Hello. Good to be seen.